Hi, this is Novel Professor. In my previous video, I showed you how you can install my J2ME WhatsApp client on the old BlackBerry phone running BlackBerry OS 6.0, and the same process can be followed to install the application on any old phone from Nokia or Sony Ericsson that is capable of running J2ME application, and more specifically the phones that support the Java CLDC 1.1 and MIDP 2.0 specification. Now you don't have to worry too much about that because most J2ME supported phones that came out during that time support this specification. And you can Google about your specific phone and find out which Java specification is supported by your phone. And also you can go into your phone settings and go to the section which shows you the version of the operating system running on your device, and it will usually tell you about the Java version that is supported as well. So in the next section I will tell you how you can set up a local server to connect with the WhatsApp client and how to use a free service available on the internet to create a public URL which you can use to connect to your local server from the mobile client. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the installation of the required software to run our server. So first thing we need to install is the MongoDB Community Edition. So let's open the browser and search for install MongoDB Community Edition. So let's click on this link, install MongoDB Community Edition on Windows, since we are on Windows right now. If you want to install on Linux or Mac, the links are also provided in the left menu. My server runs on all three operating systems, Linux, Mac OS and Windows, and I've tested on all of them. So here we will follow the steps for Windows. So scroll down on this page, you will see this title, install MongoDB Community Edition, and click on this link, MongoDB Download Center. So on this page you will see the download button to download the MSI installer for Windows. So click on download, it will download this 722 megabyte MSI installer file. Let's wait for this to complete. Now MongoDB is a free NoSQL database, the Community Edition, and it's a very highly scalable database, very easy to install, very easy to manage. You can easily create backups, restore backups, and it's a good choice when storing data from a Node.js application. I'm using it to store the WhatsApp messages received from the service so that they can be later retrieved from the J2ME WhatsApp client. So let's open this file to start the installation. Okay, it's preparing to install. Okay, just click next. Agree to the terms and conditions, click next. Here you can click on complete. Here you can keep the default service configuration where it will install MongoDB as a service and will run the service as network service user, so we don't have to enter any credentials. Click next. And here it gives you an option, install MongoDB Compass. Now this is the graphical user interface to connect to the MongoDB database in case you want to query the data or do some management. So we don't need this to run the server, so just uncheck this and click next and click on the install. So now it will start the installation. This takes a few minutes on my PC. Let's wait for it to finish. Okay, click yes. Just copying the files. Okay, so installation is complete. Now, in order to verify this, you can just go to the services, and in the services, you'll find a service called MongoDB server, so you can see it is running. So now we can proceed with the next step, that is to install the Node.js. So let's start with that. Okay, so to install the Node.js, just go to nodejs.org, and here you can just download the latest LTS version, which is the long time support. So the current version is version 22, so just click on this button and it will download the MSI installer file. So open this file. Okay, click on next and agree to the license agreement. Click on next, click next, again click next, and click next, and click install. So now this will install Node.js. Again, it takes a few minutes. Okay, so now to verify the installation, you can just open a command prompt and type node-v. So here you can see version 22 is installed. Great. Okay, so now let's download the source code. Let's go to my GitHub page, github.com/novelprofessor, and here you'll see a repository called WhatsApp server. Click on this, and here you can choose the branch called local server. So first choose this branch from this drop down. After that, from the code drop down, just select download zip. Okay, this will download the source code as zip, and now open this file. So here I will just extract this to C drive so it is easier to navigate. Okay, now it is there on C drive inside this folder. Okay, so now what we can do is we can open a command prompt inside this folder and install the Node.js dependencies. So let's do that. Open the command prompt, make sure you're inside the project folder, and then type npm install. So if you're on Mac OS or Linux, you can do sudo npm install. So let's run this to install the Node.js dependencies. So as you can see, the dependencies are being downloaded. This will take a few minutes. Okay, so the dependencies are downloaded. Now we can run the local server for testing purpose. So to run the server, you can type node server.js. So here you will see that the server started on port 80 and it's connected to the MongoDB database. After that, it will try to connect to the WhatsApp service and get the QR code, which you need to scan using your existing Android or iOS device. Okay, so now this QR code is generated. So I will just use my Android device, which is already running the official WhatsApp client, in order to create a session for the web login. Okay, so you will not see this in the video because I'm using my phone to scan this QR code now. So now I'm scanning it, and now it will try to log me in, and here you will see a message that client is ready, and I logged in with this mobile number, and this is my display name in WhatsApp. So as you can see, this part is working, but now this server is only accessible locally. So if you open a browser and type localhost, uh, it will show you the test page. This is the test page. This is basically the index.html file inside the project folder. So right now this part is complete, and now what we need to do is expose this local server using a public URL so that it is accessible from outside from our WhatsApp client. And for this I will show you one free service which is available on the internet, which allows you to create a public URL. So let's do that now. Okay, so just go to this website tunnelmole.com, tunnelmole.com, and as you can see they're saying share your local server with a public URL, and this is exactly what we want to do. So you need to download their command line tool called tmole, and it's very easy to install. We have already installed Node.js, so we just need to run this command in the command prompt. Let's open a command prompt, and here we will type this command npm install -g to install it globally, tunnel mole. Okay, so it will take few minutes to install. Okay, now it is installed. Now in order to create the tunnel we just need to run this command tmole and the port number. Now our server is already running on port 80. As you can see, it started on port 80. So we will run the same command tmole 80 in the other command prompt and keep it running tmole 80. So this free service will just create a random URL. This is a random URL, http xiqgl2 dash all this. So this is connected to our local host on port 80. So now let me bring my Nokia device and try to log in, where I will enter the server URL as this endpoint. So let's see how that works. Okay, so this is my favorite Nokia device, the Nokia E7. So I'm going to test on this device. Already I have installed the J2ME WhatsApp client. I have made another video where I have shown how you can install this on your phone. So I have to type the mobile number which I use to log in. So I scan the QR code and I'm logged in with this mobile number. So let me enter the same here with the country code, of course. Okay, and this is by default the server URL for my server. Now we need to replace it with the HTTP endpoint provided by this tunnel mole service. So xiqgl2 xi, 2 XIQGL2 dash GL2 dash IP dash 82 dash 167 dash 93 dash 173 then dot tunnelmole TUNNELMOLE dot net. Okay, now click on next. It will try to connect. It will ask, do you want to connect to the network? Yes. And you see it is logged in successfully, and here you can see that the request has been received on this endpoint. So click OK. And then you can see that it is requesting to get the latest chats every 5 seconds, and this is the login request. So now we have the client successfully connected to our local server through this public endpoint. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is that after you download the source code, you need to create one folder called media inside the project folder to store the received images, videos, and audio files. By default, this is not part of my GitHub repository, so you have to create this folder manually. Now let me test by sending an image from my other Nokia phone. Let me try to send one image now. Okay, I'll send one image. Okay, I can hear the notification. Okay, so the notification is there. Let me see. Okay, the image has been received now. And you can see that the image file will be created inside the media folder. So you can see this is the image which I sent from my other Android device, and it will be stored in the media folder. So now let's see it on the phone. Okay, now I'm in the chat with this user, so I'll click on image. This will fetch the image from the server. Download has been successful, and okay, in this screen it is not appearing properly, but I will fix this issue in the next version. So the image has been received, as you can see. So sending of the image is also working fine through this endpoint, and here you can see this API/media file. This image was requested through this endpoint, so it is working also. So there you have it. This is all you need to set up your local server. And one more point I want to mention here. This service provides both HTTP and HTTPS endpoints. Now some people were asking why you're using an unsecure HTTP protocol to connect to your server. So the answer is simple. All these old phones that came out during that time from 2005 to 2011, they don't support TLS 1.2 protocol, which is the standard these days with HTTPS. So it will not work on the old phones, and I wanted my application to be compatible with all the old phones, which you can just directly install on your phone and it should work. Now, I always provide a solution. Whenever there is a solution, I always try to provide it to you guys. So if you still want to use HTTPS, yes, it is possible, but you need to hack your phone and you need to get access to the system folders, and then you need to install a series of patches to make your phone work with TLS 1.2. Now the reason why I have chosen this device to demo the application is because I've already hacked this device. I have installed the custom delight firmware, which is available for the Nokia E7, and it installs a lot of patches and performance optimizations, and it makes this phone really usable in 2025. So after installing the custom firmware, on top of that, I installed the required patches to enable TLS 1.2. So I will show you. For that, you can go to this website called nnproject.cc. This is a very nice website. And here you will find this TLS 1.2 support link. Click on this. And here it will tell you that this is the patch for Symbian 9.1 plus. Symbian 9.1 means the S63rd edition that enables TLS 1.2 on system level, and this applies to native and J2ME applications. So my application is a J2ME application, and below you will find the required patches and the steps to install those patches. Now this might be very challenging for some people. It might not be easy, and as it says that you need to have open for all patch installed, and then you can apply all these patches. So anyway, maybe I'll make a separate video showing how you can install custom firmware on the Nokia E7, and also I will share a link to download the patching or firmware upgrade software which works on Windows 10 and Windows 11, and share the necessary firmware files. Everything I will share on my NokiaForever.com website, so you don't have to worry about any broken links or anything. So let me demo this. Now the tunnel is already running on both HTTP and HTTPS endpoints. So now let me go back. I will go back, and this time, okay. And just to prove that this one works with TLS 1.2, what I've done is I've opened the CNN website, and as you can see, it is using HTTPS and it is working. So same thing, I can go to my application, and I can put HTTPS here and put this HTTPS endpoint, and it will work. I have already tried this, so I'll just type this one. Okay. This is HTTPS, and the same endpoint XIQGL2 XIQGL2 dash IP dash 82 dash 167 dash 93 dash 173 dot tunnelmole dot net Okay, and enter the mobile number. This is my login mobile number. Okay, 96654914671. Okay, so now I will try to log in with the HTTPS endpoint and click next. So yes, so you can see I logged in successfully. Now this will only work if you have the TLS 1.2 patches installed, otherwise you'll get login failed. So just wanted to show you that it is possible to use TLS 1.2, but it is very challenging to get it to work on your phone. Yeah, as I said, you have to hack it and you have to apply all those patches. So that's it for now. That's what I want to show. Now in the next version, I will enhance the application so that it will persist the values for the server URL so that you don't have to enter every time. And I will make some other improvements as time goes on. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you'll be able to set up your own server now. See you in the next video.